Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation x to the power of 8 is equal to 25 squared. So to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite this as x to the power of 4 times 2 is equal to 25 squared. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m times n, this is equal to a to the power of m to the power of n. So x to the power of 4 times 2 is equal to x to the power of 4 to the power of 2, and this is equal to 25 squared. Now I'm going to subtract 25 squared on both sides. So these two cancel out, and I get x to the power of 4 to the power of 2 minus 25 to the power of 2 is equal to 0. And before we actually do this, I'm actually going to take the square root on both sides so I can cancel these 2's out. So I get x to the power of 4 minus 25 is equal to 0. Now from here, I'm going to rewrite this as x squared to the power of 2 minus 5 squared is equal to 0. So now I can use the formula a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b times a minus b on this. So this turns into x squared plus 5 times x squared minus 5 is equal to 0. So I get two equations. X squared plus 5 equals 0 and x squared minus 5 equals 0. So for x squared minus 5 equals 0, I get x squared equals 5. If I take the square root on both sides, I get x is equal to positive or negative square root of 5. Now for x squared plus 5 equals 0, I can subtract 5 on both sides. So I get x squared is equal to negative 5. If I take the square root, I get x is equal to the square root of negative 5, which is equal to the square root of 5i. So these are my four solutions to this equation. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the equation x to the power of x is equal to x to the power of 2. So to solve this, I'm going to first start by dividing both sides by x to the power of 2. So then these two cancel out to get 1, and I get x to the power of x over x to the power of 2 is equal to 1. Now, I could use an important property of exponents that states that if I have something in the form a to the power of m minus a to the power of n, this is equal to, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So in this case, I have x to the power of x over x to the power of 2, and it's going to equal x to the power of x minus 2, which is equal to 1. Now, I'm going to take the ln, or natural log, on both sides. So I get ln x to the power of x minus 2 is equal to ln 1. Now, if I have something in the form ln a to the power of b, I can move this exponent b to the front, so this turns to b times ln a. So in this case, I can move x minus 2 to the front. So now I get x minus 2 times ln x is equal to ln 1. Now, if you didn't already know, ln 1 is actually equal to 0. So I get x minus 2 times ln x is equal to 0. And now I basically have two different equations. My first equation is x minus 2 equals 0. And my second equation is ln of x equals 0. So let's solve the first equation because it's the easiest. All I have to do is add 2 on both sides, and I get x is equal to 2. So this is one solution. And for ln x equals 0, to solve this, I'm going to take e to the power of both sides. So I get e to the power of ln x is equal to e to the power of 0. E and ln cancel out, so I get x is equal to e to the power of 0, which is 1. So my two solutions to this equation are x equals 2 and x equals 1. Now, if you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and share this to any of your friends and family. Thank you.